Hi, my name is David Trigueros Martinez, and this is my final video presentation for GRC 316 through 1002. And this is a presentation that goes over everything we did during the course. So for exercise 1, traditional sketch to digital painting, we did, sketches. I'd never done digital painting before, so it was challenging at first. I never done digital before, so I did traditional to help me out at least. So these are my 3 characters that I ended up working on with. And then for my line drawing progress, that's when I made the change to digital painting. And it was fun. It was hard to learn the tools at first, but it was fun. These are my 3 characters. And then for the line drawing finish, I decided to add more highlights and depth to the characters, so I did tints and shadows. And again, it was hard to learn the tools, but I felt like it came out okay. And then for exercise 2, we did grayscale to color. This is when I finally decided to sit down and actually learn the tools. And so we had to have a photo reference, black and white. So I did a pot with a salt shaker and a soda can, and I did the sketch of the pot on the table. And this is how it came out for the grayscale. And I'm proud of myself for this one. This one came out really fun. I like how the shadows and the tint came out. And yeah, I feel like sending it out for the videos really paid off to learn the tools. And this is the finished final color painting. Um, yeah, it was fun. So it was the can was fun too, especially because how the light reflected the colors off. So it was fun to get the brown and the blue reflecting, making different colors. And I like the background too because it adds more to the salt shaker instead of being gray. And then for the professional illustrator presentation, I did Tom Whalen. Tom Whalen, he's worked with Hasbro before. He's done many stuff like the RoboCop, Lego, Aliens. You know, he was brought up. Growing up, he read comics in his grandmother's candy shop, and he was able to find his passion there from the comics. He's inspired from Steve Ditko and Todd McFarlane, and later in his years, he worked with Hasbro, and this is some of his work, and I thought it was really cool because of the geometric shapes going from 2D to 3D, so that's fun. And then for project 1, we did, it was our first major assignment, we did corporate chocolate event. For the thumbnail sketches, we had to choose like what company and what the theme was. So I did Hasbro, the scenario was 105th anniversary, and the flavors I did was milk chocolate, white chocolate, caramel, and the chocolate brand I wanted to work with was Reese's. And I did their 1.5 ounce candy bar, and that's it on the bottom left. And those are my sketches. This is my sketches and layouts. So basically, I wanted to do like across all the brands of Hasbro, but I did like, their brand, the center page, and the drawing on the right, the flavor. But I wanted to switch over towards like a more beefier silhouette so people can see. So I did, Optimus Prime, Snake Eyes, and the White Power Ranger. But I don't know, I ended up ditching the idea and I went for all just Transformers because everyone knows. And then for this one, I went with all white in the background and the flavor and the color of the Transformer. And then Hasbro's still in the middle but smaller to give the drawing more space. And then the 105th anniversary is on top. And the backside, that's what it would look like on the bottom right corner. But I wanted to show the scale of the Transformers, so I showed it like looking out down from buildings or someone looking up at them and there's buildings behind them to make them seem like giants, which they are. And I went with the art style of like the Michael Bay posters from like Transformers 1, 2, 3, and 4. And same thing, the flavors in the bottom left. And then you have the, Hasbro, and Reese's. And these are them how they came out printed. And then this is me. Excuse me. And this is me holding them for scale. And then for project 2, we did logo design. This is my process, just sketching. I was really just trying. It was hard to find a name, but I think at the end I stuck towards something. I wanted something with knight in it, like a medieval knight. And so this is my first concept, like the design progress. I like the sword. I definitely wanted the sword in there, but I feel like I wanted to ditch the flag with side. So for my finished logo, I did crystal knight with the sword striking through the middle. And I like how the there's like more bold on the first letter on the case. And then for project 3, we had to do the logo animation for that. So I was nervous. So the sword comes in. This is the storyboard. Sword comes in. Here comes the word blocks, and then it stops abruptly. The words are there, and then it rotates to make Crystal Knight. I didn't like the font. I tried changing it, but I didn't like it, so I went back to the original. And so the animation progress. And so this is the animation progress of everyone. I'm gonna play the video. So I think the problem here with this one is that it was too janky, so I had to really work on that. Animation, I was able to fine tune it out by using points. And so the sword comes in, here comes the letters, and it rotates. I really like how this one turned out. And then for project 4, choice. So we had to do a 2-paragraph description of what we wanted. I wanted to do something like digital illustration to challenge myself, whether it be something from Marvel, DC, Power Rangers, etc. And I wanted to incorporate themes that I've learned, whether it be like surrealism, expressionism, or from someone. So these are my thumbnails. I decided to go with the top left corner. They're all really cool poses, but I feel like I like the left one more from the top left. And then these are my compositions. And then this is my final. I really love that this one turned out, especially with the lightning, how it contrasts from light to dark really fast. And that's it. Thank you.